everyone, I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and we are in the middle of a live stream, and we're going over this article from a couple of days ago, but it's still really getting under my skin and in my craw, as it were, about this insane, crazy person wanting to pick on A Christmas Story. Now, but before I really get into the article, A Christmas Story is one of those classics that is probably a little bit to the point of being overplayed now, but in the 80s when I was a little kid, it was amazing. It was fun. It was this cute little movie that you never really knew when would be on, and you would never really see the beginning of it. Even when I was a kid, I didn't know the name of it for years and years and years. It was just that Christmas movie, you know, that one with You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, that movie. And now people want to pick it apart and go after it. So let's this is a Yahoo Entertainment article. They have a video. I'm not going to play the video. If you want to check out the video, I will link that in the description below. Let's get into this video. Oh, Lord. She starts the article off wrong. 5 reasons why A Christmas Story is actually a terrible Christmas movie. Can I make an article on 5 reasons why you're absolutely wrong about what you've just said? Gwyn Watkins, a writer at Yahoo Entertainment, on December 3rd, 2018. Oh boy, here we go. When A Christmas Story opened in theaters November 18th, 1983, it was not one of the year's biggest films. Well, yeah, it was a little sleeper hit. 35 years later, that little movie looms large over the holiday season. You can buy major award leg lamps at any price point, tour Ralphie's actual house that we used in the filming of the movie, watch the Broadway musical adaptation, and of course spend 24 hours in front of the TV watching the annual Christmas Story marathon on basic cable. The film has become a Christmas tradition beloved by many, but not all. In this video, I make a case for why A Christmas Story, despite its title, is a terrible Christmas movie. Note, the opinions of this contributor do not necessarily reflect the opinions of anyone else at Yahoo, who will likely see this video as a work of a deranged Easter bunny. Yeah, you are. You're a deranged Easter bunny, Gwen. Watch. I don't know you. You might be just getting it for clicks. Who knows? Watch the video above to see the full case against A Christmas Story, or read on for the short version of why the depiction of Ralphie's childhood fails as a great holiday film. I think it's a great holiday film. It's a character study. It's a period piece. Oh, let's get into it. Number 1, Christmas Story is all about consumerism. Most classic Christmas Story movies, or Christmas movies, embrace the idea that Christmas means goodwill to all. Maybe the characters want presents or other selfish things, but ultimately they realize the holiday is about so much more. In A Christmas Story, Ralphie really wants an official Red Ryder, carbine action, 200-shot range, model air rifle, BB gun, but at the end of the film, he realizes that the true meaning of Christmas is shooting things with a new Red Ryder BB gun. No. Number 1, we'll pick that part how that's wrong. No, he realized that his parents gave a crap about him, and then they paid attention, and that not everything was as bad as a little kid thinks it is. The whole movie, he spends getting told, you'll shoot your eye out. This is a bad idea. You're going to be, in trouble for everything. And he realizes that no, you're not going to be murdered by your parents. Even if you accidentally do shoot your eye out, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, 40-year-old spoiler from a movie. He does end up, his father ends up giving him the BB gun, even though he writes an essay. The teacher says, no, you'll shoot your eye out. The mom's like, no, that's too dangerous. You can't have a gun. The father spends the whole movie acting like he's ignoring his children, being obsessed with the furnace and the dogs and every other thing, and adult stuff. But at the end of the day, his dad really does say, you know what, I'm going to get the boy his BB gun. He's a boy. Boys will be boys. Why not? And he even ends up shooting his eye out a little bit. I mean, it bounces off of the metal sign that he's shooting at, the metal target he's shooting at, hits him in the eye, knocks his glasses off. He steps on his glasses, and it's still not the end of the world. It's still not the worst thing, because he does lie and say it's an icicle, but still, I think that's the meaning of Christmas, is that sometimes things aren't as bad as they are. And sometimes you've got to enjoy and appreciate, like, the one good childhood you have. Because guess what? The next year after the story takes place, they go to wars. World War II starts. So, you have people rationing for the war. You have all of these things, I mean, that you can't really be caught up in. he spent, like, this is his best childhood, or best year of his childhood, because you don't have the war to worry about. He got the gift he wanted. He realized his family wasn't going to murder him. He realized things that might not be as bad as they were. He had a stronger bond with his family at the end, and that's a lot of what Christmas is about. It's a good Christmas story. All right, what's your next argument there, lady? What's your name? What was your name? Gwen. Gwen, what's your next argument to debunk? Christmas Story is not especially about Christmas. Yes, it is. It's right there in the title. Yet it's set during the Christmas season, but the holiday is largely irrelevant to the loosely strung vignettes that the film calls a plot. So what is the film about? Well, the major theme is children in pain. No, the major theme is being a kid, not understanding the world, and then realizing, oh yeah, it's not quite as bad as I thought because I'm a little kid. It is from the kid's perspective. They weren't all in pain. Oh, this woman. So she's wrong about that one. It's not children in pain. The movie wants us to laugh at the misery of its characters. No, you're wrong. They want us to sympathize. I don't even want to read this. They want us to sympathize with, not everybody had the perfect Hollywood-looking childhood growing up. You would have parents that might bicker a little bit. You might have somebody eccentric. You might have a crazy dad entering contests and winning a whole bunch of stupid crap. You might have a mother that babies the little brother and lets him hide under the sink. Not everybody were the perfect cookie-cutter family. Not everyone was the Donna Reed show back then. And even though Donna Reed was like a decade after this movie takes place, oh my God, these people. Oh, instead of learning to be kind at the risk of ridicule, like Ebenezer Scrooge or Frank Cross or Buddy's dad, who the hell's Buddy? Our protagonist looks back proudly at how little remorse he felt for leaving Flick with his tongue stuck to the flagpole. It was a simpler time, you say. Well, everybody's childhood was simpler, which brings us to... Then this Christmas Story is nostalgic for all the wrong things. All right, so she's picking apart Flick. Well, let's talk a little bit about Flick. What's he going to do? He's going to get in trouble himself. He did. They did exactly what little kids would do back then. Little kids don't have the ability to call the fire department. Little kids might not want to be in trouble themselves. Little kids will go inside and pretend nothing happened if their stupid idiot friend sticks his tongue to the flagpole. Because that's what little kids do. She's crazy. This woman's crazy. Now she's saying it's nostalgic about all the wrong things. Is it really? I don't think it is. Back to the article. A lot of people like Christmas Story because it's nostalgic and it reminds them of childhood. But the movie isn't really about 9-year-old Ralphie because everything we see is from the perspective of older Ralphie looking back at 1940. No, it's not. We see Ralphie as well. We see some of the comparing and contrasting between 40-year-old Ralphie and 10-year-old Ralphie, or however old he is. So rather than capturing a sense of childlike wonder, no, it absolutely does. The film gives us a childhood view through the adult eyes 4 decades later. It's the middle-aged man in 1983 remembering everything from 40 years ago as great and hilarious. But was it? That's not true. Let's look at what Reagan-era Ralphie is actually nostalgic for. A long-suffering mom who can't have anything for herself. Oh, fuck you. A dad who's angry all the time. A childhood in which his biggest accomplishments were beating up, bullying, and getting a gun. A world where boys make the rules and anyone who's not like them, girls, people of color, doesn't factor in. Worst of all, Ralphie looks back with a fondness on all time when his family could openly laugh at Asian people. Oh my God, fuck you. What are you talking about, you crazy woman? Oh boy, here we go. First off, let's think about it this way. Did you ever stop to think at what you said, lady? In 1940, all right, well, this movie takes place in the middle of nowhere, in a small town. I believe it's in Ohio. I know it's like Ohio Street or something. It's near Lake Michigan, so it's the Midwest. Very white town, full of white people, and one little boy who's worried about his family. His biggest accomplishment is not beating up the bully. It is being terrorized by the bully and standing up to him. After how long? I mean, did she see the movie? Did she even see the movie? Right? Second off, It was insanely progressive of his family to go to a Chinese restaurant on Christmas after those damn dogs from next door devour their turkey. They come in, they steal the turkey that the dad has been obsessed with. It is insanely progressive of them to go to, well, A, the only open restaurant in town would be a Chinese restaurant because they wouldn't celebrate Christmas. And B, they would go to a Chinese restaurant at all and be like, whatever, we're going to go with the flow. We're going to see how we're going to eat the duck, and it's going to be hilarious because we don't understand. It is so extraordinarily progressive because this is 1940s. People would use probably some sort of an ethnic slang to talk about these Chinese people in that period of time, and you're worried that there's no people of color and no women, and he's only focusing on men. He's only focusing on himself. How many other people can you even name in this thing? You got Scott Farkas, you got Flick, who gets his tongue stuck to the light pole, which they race swapped in the live broadcast, which I saw. They also shoehorned in a girl character to learn typing from the teacher for no reason on the live Broadway version that I just watched the Nostalgia Critic review of. So they did shoehorn that stuff in, and the movie was weaker for it as well. She also talks about the mom. Long-suffering mom who can't have anything for herself. That is bull. That is absolute bull. The mom has so much for herself. Doesn't the dad buy her a nice fancy gift? He's nostalgic for it because this is probably the best time of his life. Because the next year they go to war. The parents have to ration. The mom probably had to send her nylons in for the war effort. She probably had to make a victory garden. The dad probably had to sell, to dig up any scrap metal to go and send off to the war. This is probably why. They probably lived a whole lot crappier every year after that in his childhood for the next, 4 years that they were at war? How many years was World War II? 4 years? God, I get so angry I can't remember facts and history. This woman doesn't get it. The best Christmas films aren't about retreating to an idealized past with clear rules and assigned roles for everyone. They're about how the holiday spirit can bring hope and joy to a messy, cynical world like the one we actually live in. That's what it was. That's what it was. It wasn't an idealized past. That was how he saw the past. It wasn't idealized. Scott Farkas tortured him for weeks, probably months, probably years, and he finally had enough of it. World War II was over 10 years long. Okay, the U.S. was only involved for 4 or 5 years. So yeah, that was basically his entire childhood. That was until he was old enough to get a job. He was at war. Thank you so much in chat. We are doing this live during a live stream. Oh, and number 5, Christmas Story has no Christmas spirit. Being a good person can be hard. Caring about other people makes you vulnerable. Having hope opens you up to disappointment. But regardless of which holiday you celebrate, the holiday spirit is about lowering those defenses, being kind, feeling joy, and allowing yourself to believe, even for one night, that the world is good. That is what it was. He realized that his dad was not this angry, crazy person, and that his parents cared about him, that they weren't going to kill him for, having a BB gun and breaking his glasses. Oh, Lord. A Christmas Carol's about this. Charlie Brown Christmas is about this. Oh, but I thought you guys were picking apart Charlie Brown for being racist, right? Some Wonderful Life is about this. Bad Santa is even about this. Even Die Hard is about this. Whereas A Christmas Story is about children in pain, making fun of people who are different, learning that life is a series of crushing disappointments. Although I would concede that this nightmare Santa visit scene is kind of great. It is not about the children in pain or making fun of people. It is about learning to laugh at ridiculous situations. Sometimes life takes a big giant dump on your head, and what are you going to do? You're going to laugh about it. You're going to either throw a temper tantrum and never leave your house, or you're going to go and take a shower, you're going to laugh about it and say, well, gee, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that again. Sometimes life is not fun. Sometimes you got to find fun where it is. Sometimes you've got to learn to appreciate what you have. Not everything works out 100%. Sometimes the best part of your life is the day you stood up to that bully. Sometimes it is realizing, hey, my parents actually gave a crap about me. I don't get it. I don't get this woman. What do you guys think in the chat real quick before I end the video part? I mean, brain cells are dying because of this article. Rukin says, ridiculous situations. Children are being subject to intense pain. Were they? I don't remember the children being subjected to intense pain. She's lame. The person is gonna get a lump of coal of her stocking. The lady's a quack, Scoot says. Christmas Story was a morality tale on the ocular dangers of the BB gun. Yeah, you could point it out that way as well. And hello, Night Shame, welcome. And also, Cecil is love, Cecil is life. Is Cecil here? Holy crap! If Cecil's here, hello, Cecil. I'm sorry if I didn't see you. But yeah, what do you guys think in the comment section of this video? As I was just kind of checking with the chat real quick. Was the Christmas Story that bad? I mean, did it teach you guys enough moral lessons? Is it just about having fun and making the best out of ridiculous situations that life gives you? Because that's what it seems like to me. I mean, you know, the dog's eating the turkey. Well, holy crap, now we can't have turkey, so we're gonna have to go to a Chinese place. And it's so totally weird and unexpected because they have a giant duck that they plop in front of you with a head on it. And then the way they whack that duck's head off of there is hilarious. It is weird and it's ridiculous, and it is making making lemonade out of the lemons that life is giving you. It is walking outside and having a bird take a giant crap on your head and saying, well, there's that. Let's see what we can do about it. You know, it is all in how you approach life. And it's not being nostalgic for the time when his mother's oppressed or making fun of minorities or only white people matter. Guess what? It's 1940 in near Lake Michigan where they set this thing. That's how his city was. He wasn't. They didn't make any negative comments about anybody of color. They didn't even make fun of the people in the Chinese restaurant. That's just how it was, or how it was perceived to a 10-year-old kid or a guy remembering his 10-year-old memories. Oh. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am MechaRandom42. I'm going to go back to my live stream chat. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, share it. This woman's crazy. This woman does not understand why Christmas Story is the classic that it should be. Oh, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm going right back to my chat. Bye!